Welcome back, guys, to Mar 1 Gaming. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and if not, I hope this video brings you a smile and an enjoyment for the rest of your day. But let's get into the action here. Today we are building a new interchange up in the northern side of the map here. I guess it's actually the western side of the map, so that we can get a little more people across the highway here. We don't have a trumpet interchange kind of blocking us from getting to the other side. After that, we're finishing up our bicycle network here. We do have a few bicycle roads kind of throughout the place. We kind of dead-ended last time. We never really finished it. We're going to finish up that, as well as we're building a new tram system around the downtown here. I don't know exactly where it's going yet, but it'll loop around the area quite a bit here, kind of taking this main road down here. As a matter of that will also change kind of some of our parking along this road, which I don't love. I'd prefer if they use the parking lots. So we'll probably take parking off this road along with that tram system. We are also, if you maybe have noticed, I resurfaced some of these. I don't really like the bright yellow like this. I don't really care for this surface, so I got rid of some of those around the area. It just kind of makes it look a little nicer, especially around the city hall. I don't know if you guys noticed last time, it was very bright and yellow, so I kind of toned it down a little bit. I made a little extra entrance over here just for pedestrians to walk through, and then to wrap it all up, we are expanding out Skelly Town South down this way. We just need more people, more population. Probably end up building another interchange over here. They'll let more people through that way. But if you guys are excited for that, be sure and hit that subscribe button, follow more content, and hit the like button if you enjoyed the previous content or just enjoy my content in general. Let's get started with the interchange. So I'm kind of thinking here, to start with, we will probably just take this road as is, probably just continue it out. We could, I guess, leave it like this, maybe end up turning this into a 3-lane so that we got two lanes going both ways, and then we'll probably leave it just like this. We'll have this kind of turn in here, end up just dead ending along with this one, and you'll be able just to turn both ways from that top one, as well as entering the highway going that way from this section here. So let's kind of get started. What we're going to end up doing is getting a 2-lane highway here. And, I guess it'll be a 3-lane technically at this point. Alright, let us build this out first. So that works out nicely there. We'll use some anarchy to make sure that it works coming back this way. And actually, I don't mind that being a U-turn in case you do want to turn around. But then let's finish this stretch here, and we will make sure that it stays as is, which it didn't, obviously. I hate that. Why can't you just be the same way? There we go. At least that one worked. All right, well, now we need to, oh boy, now we need to add another piece there. All right, and that side as well. We should be good there. Let's just make sure we turn all that back off. I just want it to be exactly how it is before. Again, we're going to bring this straight up here. We will delete. Well, actually, we'll pause it for a second. Let that pause it. Get rid of those. Bring these out now. Nice straight line. Make sure that we're on the ground. We will not be doing a key wall. All right, so essentially we have a semi-divided highway, but we should hopefully be able to connect both of those. So what we're going to end up doing, I think, potentially we might just I guess we'll have to make it a kind of a 2-lane there, so that when we bring this in, we could just kind of go straight across. We can do that and then delete that road there, so that when this comes across here, you can obviously go left and you can turn to the right. Now entering the highway will probably come off there, and then we will maybe make that a 2nd lane for that point. And yeah, this is probably not going to look great, but we'll see what we can do. So if I do that, if it lets me, that's not great. we'll regret that in a bit, but let's just leave it as that for now. But yeah, let's get back to this road down here. All right, as I was saying, let's get back to the 4-lane divided highway, which is a normal road. Let's just kind of take it about there. That should go underneath the power lines quite nicely. All right, let's take that road, just kind of drag along there and drag that one along there. Beautiful. All right, so let's then get into our roads here. We'll go to there. We'll turn this light off. We don't want a light there. We'll take our move it tool, go through everything, and just kind of drag out this by keeping it in line. That should strengthen that a little bit better. Take that one back, and we'll take that one back. So now we got a nice smooth blend as we follow along the road here. Now, I guess we can just continue, hit play, see what happens here with this funny interchange now. It shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. We probably could add a slip lane there. That could probably work out well. So let's give that a shot. So if we kind of add it about there, that should be good. And then we will build a small little lane that goes from there, maybe to there. And then what we'll end up doing is saying that in our traffic editor, we will go to lane connectors and say you can't turn right there. Perfect. So essentially, those people, and actually probably what we'll do is we will shrink this down to a single lane. Perfect. And then take that down to a single lane. So now essentially, you're coming from this way, you're gonna have to, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. It's gonna be a disaster, but we'll deal with that later. That'll be a future problem. But anyway, this lane, yes, we probably could add similar things here to go to the right, but that's okay for now. I think we've given ourselves a chance at kind of expanding out this way, which I think is really all that matters, just so that down the road, when we do end up expanding, that we have somewhere, somehow to expand. Yeah. I am just going to take this road down here. I'm going to turn it into a 2-lane highway for the moment. And just to connect it up, it gives the industry a bit of a second way through, I guess. We will finish that up probably in a couple future episodes from now. I don't foresee us moving this way anytime too soon, but it does give us the option now to kind of have a route down here whenever we do expand. And also, we might take a road kind of from this area, just kind of fill this area in. All right, there you have it. I just kind of put together a small little road, kind of following the mountain range, mountain ridge, I guess. Just to give a second option here. And look at that, we've already got a truck using it for some reason. We got another car there too. So I guess some people that live here prefer, instead of having to drive out to the top road or through the whole residential area to get to over here, to get to there, now they're just coming over the highway here. I'll take that. All right, next on the list will be the bicycle network. So we did kind of already start that, but I think what we need to end up doing is taking our bicycle lanes in both directions here. And since this is kind of, they're all the same roads here, we are probably going to circle around. Let's try that again. We're going to circle around the city hall just to give it some more stuff. I don't know why those are all non-accessible now. That's not great. Let me try to fix that. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to completely delete and rebuild the city hall. There was some weird things going on underneath, but that's okay. I am just gonna kind of quickly put this back pretty much to the way it was. And this actually gives you a nice overview of what it used to look like, which I just can't stand that high, bright texture. So I just went in here, I went to the tiles, and I just resurfaced it, which I think the kind of the gray looks much better. And I think I did the asphalt underneath there just to kind of match what was around the back. So I think I went in here and I did the lighter color there, which I think looks quite a bit nicer. But yeah, I'll finish up that again later. But I have found a second bug, which is you can't undo bicycle lanes. So I have it unchecked, but it won't upgrade the road with no bicycle lanes. So essentially, if you put bicycle lanes down, you have to delete the entire road and put it back. So there's a bug. But yeah, let's just kind of finish off where I think the bicycle lanes are going to be. But if I mess up, there's literally no going back. So we're going to take a turn down here so we can go down the school here, down by the school. And then as well as, I think what we're going to probably end up doing is since I wanted to take the parking off this road, I figured I might as well just use bicycle lanes instead. So we're going to bring it down this way and turn it this way so that we can bring a road, hopefully not hit the edge of the map. Oh my goodness, it's so close. Perfect. Okay. All right, so let's grab this road so we can upgrade this with bicycle lanes and see how that looks. Does it get rid of the parking? It should. Okay, wonderful. So yes, I just kind of wanted to get rid of that just so people will use the parking lot more. I just think I see the parking lot's utilization are just, it's really nice to see that. So let's do that there, just kind of all the way down. Potentially, maybe we'll come up this road. I think could be a useful place for that. So yeah, let's go over to the bike lanes here and the bicycle stands. So we're not going to add too many. We might add potentially one now. Now I would assume they could still technically park there, or get off the bike routes there. We are going to add a couple bicycle shelters, kind of just by this parking lot, by the police station over here. Could be very useful. And then as well as some bike stands over by the schools, just to kind of give them some other place to park. We could have also put maybe one in front of the city hall. Beautiful. I'm liking how this looks now. This is excellent. We could potentially, I'm trying to think where do we technically end that? I think that's a fine enough spot to end. We might also maybe throw, let's see, is that gonna break anything? That is technically. I'm gonna try to find a place to maybe put, oh, there's a good spot. All right. Just a little bike shelter as well. So that should definitely get the bicyclists going. Hard word to say. But yeah, we'll just we'll watch that for a few minutes, see what happens. We go and do the bicycle chart. So they have 72 spots available for parking, bicycle parking, I should say. And they did change this. I think in one of the upcoming ones, the utilization should be a lot smaller, which should definitely help with how many people ride bikes. So we'll see how that goes. We might end up deleting it, at least some of it for now, just so we don't have the crazy bicycle usage as it's possible to have. So I also think that I don't really like this median, so I'm gonna make it a turn option as well. Add a little bit wider, and actually that should help with the trams coming up when we make that change, because that should give it a little more space. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, next up will be the tram system. So I'm kind of thinking that we'll probably have the tram depot somewhere over here where this potentially new police headquarters will be eventually, but I think that'll be a good spot for that to start. Just so I don't think we're going to bring it down to the industrial park. I think we're going to keep it kind of in the downtown business loop kind of sort of place. But it'll probably not go through the central downtown roundabout. It'll probably end up going maybe up across the top, somewhere around there. I don't love how this road doesn't connect, because I probably would have liked to use that as a way to go all the way across. But eventually I think we'll probably come down the police station here, turn it down this main road, loop it back up here, possibly come through here to come through the other school, and then kind of make a little roundabout action here, something along those lines. But yeah, let's get kind of started on that. We're gonna head over to the transportation. We're gonna jump to the tram section. So first we need the tram depot, and this is a lot bigger than I kind of imagined it was, but right, so essentially to make the trams work, you have to come into this section here. You have to click on either the double track or the one-way track if you want one side or the other. And then you don't need this without power lines. You don't want that. That'll make it not work. But then you can take the double track both ways and just start upgrading the roads. That's pretty much as simple as it is. I'm hoping that it doesn't. Okay, wonderful. I was gonna say I hope it doesn't take over the bicycle lane. It does not look like it does. So that is a good start. So essentially we're gonna come down here, probably just come straight down this road. It's kind of where I was hoping that maybe this road could connect, and I think maybe we might use some eminent domain here just to get the path through there a little bit easier. So now we can essentially take, we'll probably start it off to the side a little bit. We'll use our complex curve so that we can go to there and then to there and then join it in. So we get a little, and we could probably do a stop here. I think that would be a decent place to do a stop. We could do maybe this fancy thing. It's a little big. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So that's fine. We'll just add a stop manually for now. We'll come back to our road tool and just continue on down the line. All right, so essentially we kind of come down here, past City Hall. I don't think we will go right next to the high school. I think that's okay, but I don't think we're gonna go all the way to the end of this right now. So I think we're gonna come down here and go by the police station, which is, it's close enough to be able to walk maybe from this stop over to that school, and this, stop over here over to this school. Shouldn't be too difficult there. All right, but we're gonna bring it down to our 4-lane road and have our 4-lane road kind of become more of a 2-lane road, to be honest, just because there's not a whole lot of traffic here, to be completely honest. So we're gonna bring this down this way to kind of finish off the loop. I think we'll leave this here. I think what we're gonna end up doing is coming down this road here and just join in right there. That'll be a nice loop that we should be able to do back and forth without a problem. And we're right next to this high school and elementary school as well. It should all work out very smoothly. All right, the next step after that is to add in all of our stops. So essentially we're going to be doing both directions. So we kind of want stops on both sides of the road at the same spot. But essentially we want them pretty much right here by the high school and elementary school. So those should be easy pickup drop-off spots. We will also have one in front of 2 there, so you can easily get to the shopping center. And actually, will this upgrade to that road? No, alleyways cannot have that, so that's fine. That's close enough for people to walk right there, I would assume. We will also just kind of pace them out here. Nothing too close. Ooh, I do like how that actually, that's a good point. I do like how it's in the middle, but then it's really hard to cut across. So we'll leave that be for now. All right, so we're just gonna kind of go through and add them every few blocks, closer to the intersections, just so that people can cross if they need to. So we'll just do maybe there and there, and then it kind of comes up this way. We might do a few there, so they can kind of go to the park if they want to. And then over here, we'll add one for the high school. We will add one here for the city hall, kind of here to get to downtown. And then that's the finish of the loop. All right, the next part is to obviously then create a tram line. Creating a tram line is relatively easy. And just like any other transportation loop, we go all the way around, following the side of the road that you are designated for. Let's, I think I lost the line, which is fine. We'll just restart it. No problem there. So I'll be back to you in a second after I connect all of these up. All right, relatively light work, guys. There's nothing too hard to work with there. But essentially now we have kind of two lines running here, and it should automatically kind of generate out the trams. But I do want to tell it how many trams I want on these, because I don't want it to send out like 12. So we'll see. We'll do. Let's see. The purple one is technically going. If we look at the rotation, it's going counterclockwise. So I usually like the name them that way if they're the same kind of loop. So we'll call it Skellytown counterclockwise. And then we will name the other one pretty much the same thing. So let's make sure that the we go into this one that we don't have too many vehicles for, I guess that should be fine for now. So we'll let that run for a minute and we'll see what it turns out doing. As you can see, here comes all of the trams, I should say. There's probably 8. I would assume the other one probably also has 4. So if we go to the line, it also has 4, yes. So we'll see where those kind of line up here. You can see there's a lot of happy people. a lot of happy people. Let's head into the transportation just to kind of see what's going on here. All right, one odd thing I am noticing is there is a lot of trucks dotted around the residential area. What is happening? Why are there so many semi-trucks driving around? All right, well, we gotta fix that. We gotta come into here and tell. First of all, there's speed bumps, and secondly, no heavy traffic in here, please. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't know why so many trucks are going through here. That doesn't make any sense. Like, look at all these trucks. Truck. Like, the only vehicles down here are trucks. What's up with that? All right, well, whatever. We're letting this kind of continue on moving here. I mean, there's some people riding on it. It's not the worst, not the best, but I mean, the green line has 8 passengers on it. We go into our like traffic routes here. We can possibly see maybe what people are doing. It's really, I wish there was a better way to do it. It is kind of annoying. So like this person here, there's someone walking across here. They're walking, not riding bicycles. No, they're walking right here. And this is the guy. But I guess he's doing something. I'm not sure. But let's slow down here. Just kind of get an overview of what we have done. But it looks not bad. So this is the stop that it must be stopping at right here. Let's see if anybody gets off. And no one got off. Okay, wonderful. Anybody on this train? One person. All right, we just don't have enough currently right now. So the next step of the process is to expand out the residential this way. We just need more people. We need lots more, pretty much every residential. One thing that I was planning on doing is getting rid of these high density ones here. They're just a little too big. I'm gonna go more for some more row housing potentially. So I'm gonna delete those. We're gonna retry that one. I think just that housing is a little too big of a gap between those two. And then as well as over here, I was gonna do that slightly differently as well. Just kind of delete those just so that there's a little bit of a better balance as to the heights. We can go with this for now. I think these I don't love. They're just too small for being like kind of the downtown area. I just don't love how that's working. We might end up doing maybe some mixed housing here. I think it looked pretty good up and down this road here. So let's do that and let's see kind of how that turns out. All right. Well, most of them kind of come in. They don't look great. I mean, they're kind of well, like, what is this? I don't even know what that building is. That's weird, but anyway, it at least is something a little bit taller. Nothing too tall, but tall enough to make it kind of seem more like a downtown. We do also need to kind of fix this road. I don't love the way this is currently laid out. I might end up doing maybe like a 5 symmetrical one with a row with some trees along the outside. I think that could look fairly nice. Lots of people using all the different lanes. It's just great to see. Great to see. This could use maybe a parking lot. All right, little parking lot there. Nothing too big to write home about. We'll do that. We do have another path there. I kind of feel like I think maybe a quick little path would be useful here. I don't mind that. Yeah. All right. I think we have a taxi infestation happening right now. Why is everybody coming into the town in a taxi? And why is there a traffic light here? Okay, let's fix that. 1 second. No, there's a stop sign. Wait, what? No. Just stop it. Get rid of the traffic light. Why is there a stop sign there? Oh, good. There we go. Now, you guys can go. Go ahead. No, you don't want to? Okay. Well, this is definitely a traffic jam, but it'll probably clear up. I think it's just because there's been a lot of upgrading happening, and so that kind of encouraged more people to move in. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. We were expanding out this way, so let's kind of build. We're gonna buy these 4 tiles. That'll give us a lot of room here to grow. But essentially, we now have access to this train line as well. So that could, we'll see. I don't know what we're gonna use that for. I think we will probably just build around it for now. I do potentially envision this kind of coming through the whole town, being a little destructive, but I think that could be useful at some point. Maybe not now, but in the future, something like that. But we just need a bunch more residential at this point. So let's build out some more grid. And I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna change it up just a little bit. We are going to probably change the grid to be maybe more of a, maybe this kind of angle, coming down kind of like that, I think. Somewhere along those lines there, and we'll just, we'll bring this road continuing out this way. It won't have any bike lanes on it for now, but we can obviously add that in later. So we do want this to kind of continue out towards the opening there. Obviously, we'll just have more city down here. I mean, it'll be pretty good, I think. We'll have a lot of space. Maybe we'll bring it like that for now. I don't know exactly the way that that's going to go, but we'll just do that. We will bring this road through. I think that's kind of going to be our main road at this point. Let's kind of zone out some of this space. We won't use this quite yet, but it'll be future plan. All right, this is great. This is great. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish out zoning this whole area. Alright guys, we're back. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy. We got a variation of sizes of blocks, just so we get different variations of houses, and so forth. We have our road hierarchy where we got our, our main bigger arterial road, and then we have all of our inside roads. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, we do, before we zone pretty much anything, we have to have another connection to the highway here. We cannot be relying on this. That would be a disaster of cars. And so we simply just need another link up down here at some point, somewhere. So I'm thinking, because kind of this is either one of these two roads is kind of more of a main drag, we might need to turn into maybe more of a 2-lane road or 4-lane road. I guess actually let's just do that now. Just we kind of say like, hey, you know what, this is our main stretch down the road here. Gives a nice connection here, essentially acting as the same as this arterial here as well. So I think probably that's a good one to use. We'll probably just end up turning it kind of straight here, and then we'll build a little bit of an interchange here. That'll be a little time lapse, I would assume. So yeah, sit back, relax. And let's get to it. It took a little longer than I thought. Quite a bit longer, actually. But this is kind of what we came up with. It's kind of a mix of a clover leaf, not too much. I just gave it a couple extra slip lanes kind of thing. Coming from over here, if you want to go down this way, which not anybody's going there right now. We made a little bit of an extra kind of turnaround there. So yes, everything is nicely organized here. So if you're coming from this way, you want to get into the Skelly Town South, bigger expansive area. Obviously here, you have a nice slip lane to get straight downtown. If you wanted to go that way, obviously we take that road. If we're coming from up north, we're coming down this way. It's just a kind of a two lane get off. You can go either way. I don't know why I did that way. I feel like at some point this is more of the downtown, so there's going to be more traffic coming from that way. But yeah, and then obviously if you're getting on the highway going that way, you use the slip lane to the right, so you don't have to cross traffic. And then if you're coming from over here, just a little right turn into the highway. But that's wonderful. Now, I think maybe we'll skip on the expansion for now because we're gonna need a lot of services, and I think maybe we'll leave that for next time. But we're gonna have a lot more expansive services needed coming out this way, as well as potentially more of a kind of a bigger density area down this road as well as down that road. But if you guys are excited about that, looking forward to that for the next episode, be sure and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Like to see everything kind of growing up. Yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you.